Good morning, how are you? Or evening, afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching this. It is morning for me, it's about 9 o'clock. I'm recording a lot earlier than I normally do. Normally I record in the evenings. However, I have a very busy day today, so I'm recording in the morning. I was not here last week because I got sick again. Honestly, I've worked out where it's come from because I don't really leave the house or socialise. So it's weird that I get ill, but the kids had picked up something from their dad and then they brought it home to me, which was lovely of them. So it was a weird cold flu thing, so it wasn't like a terrible thing. It just meant that I couldn't talk or function or do anything with my brain. So that's where I was last week. I'm feeling much better now. We're kind of back on track-ish. And yeah, got a couple of things to show you, and hopefully I'm not going to be keeping you for an awfully long time, but we shall see. First things I want to go through before I forget. Today's the 9th, I think. It's Monday. I think it's the 9th. It might not be. On the 13th, I'm hosting a make-along. I have made a video for it. If you just check on my channel, it's one of the last videos. I'm going to be hosting a make-along with lovely Jenny from Stitchcraft Gifts. And it's going to be a Halloween hats make-along. So I made a short video for it. She's made a short video for it on her channel, which obviously I will link below. And yeah, come join us. Make Halloween things. Anything you can wear on your head. So yeah, any craft is welcome. I will be hosting mine on my Discord, which is also linked below. You can just join the Discord as well and just come in and chat. At some point, I'm going to be setting up a membership on Ko-fi, and there'll be a member section in the Discord. But as of right now, it's just there for people to come in and talk and show their stuff. And the make-along is on there. Jenny will be hosting hers on Ravelry. But yeah, join both. Come along, make some Halloweeny things. It'll be fun. And I'm so sorry about the dog. If you watched my Stitcher Library yesterday, I mentioned there as well, because she's just so annoying. She's in season, which means that she either has to stay in her crate, or when she comes out of her crate, she has to wear her pants. And she doesn't like wearing her pants, and she keeps taking them off. So I have to keep putting her back in her crate. But she constantly wants to be outside, which she can't be outside because she's in season. And the world does not need any more Liliths. So now she complains when she's in her crate. She complains when she's out of her crate. She's just complaining all the time at the minute. I'm hoping that she'll be done with it soon. So apologies if you can hear the dog whining. I will try and keep this reasonably short due to that, because it's not a fun thing to listen to. Anyway, let's get on with some stuff. I think that was all the admin things. The make-along is starting this week. It'll be running until the end of October. So there was that. My Stitcher Library went up yesterday. I've got quite a few things on there. I think that's it. I think that's all the admin things. There might be something else. Probably not though. Right. Finishes. I have finishes. Oh, that was the other thing. I think I'm going to sack doing separate floss tubes. They're not getting much in the way of views. So it seems a little pointless taking the time to make them when I can just show the stuff on here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have a finish. I don't know what to do with the frame yet, because right now the frame is just like bare wood. Excuse my nails. The frame is just bare wood, so I think I want to paint it, but now I'm looking at it like that. I don't know, because it's quite nice. So this is, and I know everything's back to front again. I'm still recording on my phone because of time. But there we go, that one's all finished. This is Dungeon Meowster. This is by White Raven Patterns on Etsy. So I will link the pattern for this down below. I've just used all the called for colours on a 14 count random yellow piece of Ada that I had. And it's very cute. I love it. So this is actually going to be going up in the shop. Once I decide what to do with the frame, I'll get some photos done, and this will be going in for the shop. I've framed it. It's padded, and it's laced on the back. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. It's lovely. It's very pretty. So that's my first finished object. Another finished object I have. I had started this the last time, I do believe. It's kind of big. I'm getting myself in a bit of a mess here. Everything's all tangled. Right. So I had made a shawl. I bought a blanket kit. The blanket was not working out. So I made a shawl with the blues and greens from it. And then I had the pinks left and this creamy colour, and I decided to make a crocheted version. Now I kind of did that, but also kind of didn't. So as you can see, I've started at this end small, I've done the eyelets. Ooh. I've done the cream, went into the pink. And then I decided I was just going to keep it shallow like this, and I've just carried on and made it smaller again with the darker pink. And then I ran out. I weighed my yarn and everything at the halfway point and I still ran out. So this is just like a random pink yarn that I had. The yarn that I've used is, I have a label here and everything, is this Emu Classic Tweedy Chunky, which is, where are we? 80% acrylic, 15% merino, and 5% viscose. The viscose is all these little dark, bubbly, tweedy bits. It's lovely and soft. It was really nice to wear, and this is going to be going in the shop as well once I get some pictures. It's been really bad weather here. We've had like lots of storms and stuff, so it's been really, really hard to take pictures. But as you can see, I am not a small person, right? I'm 5'9", and that's it folded in half, and it's about my wingspan. So it is rather large, but it's very cozy and very squishy. I think I've probably deviated enough from the pattern, and of course it's in a different craft as well. I might write this up if anybody's interested and put it up as a pattern. We shall see. I might do a tutorial for it on YouTube or something. I don't know. We'll see what I have time for, because I'll do live stuff at the end. But there we go. That's another finished object. I think, what did I use for this? I used a 6mm hook, I think. I would need to double check that. I'll need to go back to my last video and what. I think it was a 6mm hook. Might have been a 7. And yeah, used up every last bit of the yarn, which is always good. I enjoy doing that. I like using up yarn. I don't like having scraps left, which leads me to my next finished object. So if you remember, I had made a cowl, and it was a knitted one. It was a helical cowl, and I was doing it in black and multicoloured Yarnsmith DK Create, I think, maybe? No, Play. Yarnsmith Play DK. Well, I found my little bag that I was keeping it in. I just came across that randomly the other day, and I decided to make this. This is just like the yarn that was left over. I just made it up as I went. I've just done a bit of ribbon at the top, and then V-stitch alternating between the colour and the black. Lilith! I'm so sorry. Between the coloured and the black bit, and then just carried on with V-stitch in the black until the black was finished, and then put a bit of ribbon on the other end. And yeah, it's come out in a nice size little cowl. Quite like it. Oh, But this is another shop one as well. I need to sew in my ends, obviously. We'll do that. So yeah, that was just using up the rest of that. So that's another little finished object. I like it. It's just like squishy and it's not gappy. Look. It's like, it's enough to give it pattern and texture, but it's not massively holey, so it does keep you warm still. So yeah, there's that one. What did I use for that? 5mm hook I used for that because I wanted to have a little bit of drape on it, and it's a DK weight yarn. So it's just the stuff that I had left over from that other cowl. So the black is a Stylecraft, I think. And then I made another cowl. I had 2 balls. Did I show you the hat that I made actually? I had 2 balls left of the sandy coloured. This is the same stuff as the pink scarf that I made. I had 2 balls left of this. And just in this colour. It was the only one out of the kit that had 2 colours in it. So I had made a hat, which I can't remember if I've showed you or not. And I don't know exactly where it is right now. And then I decided to make a cowl, just like a plain granny stitch. I've done like solid border and then granny stitch in the middle. And again, it's just yay. And you can fold it over to put it underneath your coat like that. Ooh. And this is the acrylic merino blend. You can see there where I've joined it. It's not too bad. It looks quite prominent on screen, but it doesn't look that prominent in real life. I don't think. So yeah, these will both be going in the shop as well as soon as I can get pictures done. Oh, right. Finish it. The other finished objects I have. I'm missing one. No, I'm not. It was stuck in between the other two. I had showed you these yesterday on my Stitcher library. Just made some dishcloths and a little scrubby. So yeah, they're on my video from yesterday. Sorry, itchy nose. I've got itchy nose. My hair, I've just washed my hair, so my hair's like really soft and fluffy and keeps falling in my face. So apologies if I keep messing with my hair. I've dyed it again, but look, it's still not taken particularly well. I think I preferred the pink. I quite like the colour, but it's not really taken very well. Right, other things I've been up to. Cross stitch wise, I've been working on this. This is Xenia. She is Nora Corbett. Fancy lady. I've just worked a bit on her dress there. So that was last week's project. This week, because I do a rotation, I do a 4 weekly rotation with my cross stitching. So she was last week. She's going away now, and the Cursed Ravens will be coming back out for this week. Not today though. Well, maybe today, maybe later on. I'll see if I've got time. So that's my cross stitch whip that I've been working on. Socks. I have this gorgeousness. And this is all I have done. So pretty though, look at that. So, if you've watched before, you'll have heard me going on about World of Warcraft. A new expansion just dropped for World of Warcraft, so I decided to cast these on. This colourway is called Dalaran. Dalaran is one of the main cities in World of Warcraft, and I got the yarn. I've had this for quite a while. This is from Gamer Crafting. She does absolutely, I think it's a she, they do absolutely beautiful yarn. Lots of colours, lots of like different fandoms. So if you're looking for a specific fandom, Game of Crafting. Very, very reasonably priced as well. Ships quickly. Always good quality art. I've got loads of stuff from them. They do occasionally have like blind bag sort of things. So I get them quite often as well because it's just nice to get something different. And I'm terrible at decision making, and so yeah. This is currently in my little Star Wars bag because we went out at the weekend and I was taking it with me in case I needed to do knitting when I was out, and it turns out it rained the whole time. Well, I'll tell you about that at the end when I'm doing live stuff. I think I only have one more whip though, because the rest of them are all Stitcher Library things. So, I don't know if anybody remembers, I was making a blanket. I was making this scrappy, it's quite big as well now, this scrappy thing. So I was doing a bit more. I have finished off this colour, moved it into this colour. I'm about to start on the next colour since the last time you've seen it. However, Lilith, if you'll probably not be able to see it because it keeps folding over, but the edge is all over the place. I mean, look at this. What is this? Obviously me not paying attention. So it was annoying me. It's just like really, really annoying me. So what I've decided to do, instead of keeping on going like this and making it corner to corner, I had a change of plan. I got all my little scraps and I've wound them all up into cakes. So now I've got 3 cakes. This is the one that's attached to the corner to corner blanket. This is the other cake. Lilith! This is the other cake. So I've decided, instead of carrying on with this, I decided to start something else. It's still a blanket. For this one, I'm still using the same hook, 3mm Clover or more, because they're very nice to use. And once I get myself untangled here, I decided this is how much I have, just to make myself, so it's like that kind of size, just to make myself a blanket. Now, I had originally decided I was going to make a granny blanket. So we have a row of grannies. And then I decided I actually don't want a granny blanket because I want it a bit more solid than that. I don't want holes in it. So I've left a decorative row, not because I didn't want to like spend time ripping out and redoing it. So we now have a decorative edge row, and I'm just doing half double crochets. And then at some point, if I decide to have a different stitch, I can do a different stitch. So I'm going to work through this one, and then with this one, I'm going to just start pull from the middle and crochet that, and then just crochet it straight off this blanket onto the other blanket. That's the current plan. So I'm not going to like spend time ripping that down. And this is my my desk project at the moment, because I can just pick up and do a few stitches here and there. Not that I'm actually getting much stitching time, because that the socks were supposed to be my desk project as well, and I've not got very much done on them either. So I am still doing, I'm like constantly doing stuff, I'm just not getting anywhere with anything. So obviously this week I started 2 new projects, big ones as well, they're garment projects, because why not? My brain is getting back on track now. Now that I'm not ill anymore, I'm starting to do stuff and be able to think again, so that's nice. So I'm getting to do projects that I've got a little bit more brain involved in them, which is good. One of them is the Ruthie shawl, which again I showed yesterday on my Stitcher Library, and it's not a difficult, but it requires you to pay attention to it pattern. So that one's good. Let's see what else. I think that's it for stuff that I've been making. So just, yeah, little quick life update stuff. We went out at the weekend. We went to a place called Shugborough Hall. Took the kids there. It's an old, it's from the 1700s, but there's parts of it from the 1500s. It's just a big old house. It's got lots of very, very cool stuff in it. And it's got lots of like land around it as well, that you can walk around the land, and there's cool little buildings dotted around, and there's a bit that used to be a working farm. They still have a working farm on there, but this particular bit was like the old working farm with the watermill and things attached to it. And they've converted that into like a little mini museum thing, so that was very cool. The kids really enjoyed it. When we were outside though, it started raining a lot, but because I don't really get cold, and because I was walking around, and a mixture of me walking around, me being surrounded by people, and me being a lady of a certain age, I was absolutely melting. So everyone else is walking around with their big raincoats on, and there's me in a little vest top, and I'm like, people were just giving me funny looks. But people always give me funny looks. Don't take it personally anymore. So yeah, that was fun. We've got National Trust membership, so we're trying to get out and like see some National Trust stuff, and we're trying to do the ones that have got outside bits first before the weather gets really bad. The weather's been all over the place. So we've had storms, got my internet knocked out last week as well, so that was another thing. Yeah, it's just been so weird. Like yesterday's video was about maybe 20 minutes long, and when I sat down it was fine, and by the time I'd finished the video it was so dark I couldn't even show stuff. So yeah, the weather's just all over the place, so it's making it very hard to plan to do things. I've been doing a lot of driving, which is just mentally draining. Going around looking at houses and things. We've got another house to go and look at today. The house hunting is not going well. I'm currently almost at 300 housing inquiries, and I still don't have a house. So I'm going to look at one today, and I'm going to go and look at one tomorrow. Hopefully one of these will come to something. What else? I think that's about it as far as life stuff goes. Not really been up to much. So I've been ill, so I think that's about it. Trying to plan ahead. The kids are at their dad's this year for Christmas, and we've had a whole big thing because he's decided. Well, no, he didn't decide. He's like, can I just have the kids all of Christmas Day? Because usually what happens is we'll split Christmas Day. So like last year, they stayed here. No, they stayed with him on Christmas Eve, and then they came here in the morning and spent the day and the night with me. So we both get to see them for Christmas Day. And this year he's like, can I just have them for all of Christmas? And I'm like, you want me to not see my own kids on Christmas Day? But he thinks that's fine. He's not the most considerate person in the world. So we've been doing a lot of back and forth with that, which again, is just mentally exhausting. So that's mostly what I've been doing. I've not got to watch an awful lot on TV. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft, trying to get some stuff done on there. All the proper content starts this week, so I've been doing a lot of prep work for it. TV wise, I've been watching some anime with the child. I started watching, there's a thing called Chaos on Netflix. It's got Jeff Goldblum in it. It's really good. It's kind of based on the Olympian gods, and it's told by Prometheus, who, if you don't know who Prometheus, I'm doing a degree on classical history, so I'm really into this stuff. Prometheus is the guy who brought fire to humans. He brought it down from Mount Olympus, and Zeus obviously was not happy with this and punished him for it by strapping him to a rock and having a bird pick out his liver every day for the rest of eternity. So while he's doing that, he's telling you the story. And it's a story, it's a little bit about Zeus, it's a little bit about Dionysus, who is my favourite Greek god. And it's also about the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, which is the story about Eurydice dies and goes into the underworld, and Orpheus is like a musical genius. And he goes down to the underworld to get her. And on the way out, he gets told, don't look back. If you look back, you'll lose her forever. If you just carry on walking, you can have her back. And of course, in the myth, he turns around. I'm about halfway through it in the minute, so I don't know what happens in the programme. But in the myth, he turns around and then he loses her forever. But it's been really good so far. It's a modern take on everything. It's not set in ancient Greece or anything. And that's been really good. Jeff Goldblum's always good though. He plays Zeus. He's very good in that. What else? I've been listening to some audiobooks. I always have them linked on my Instagram. Whenever I finish an audiobook, it just automatically goes on there. I've just been listening to some very short ones. I've listened to a Christmas one. I'm currently listening to a vampire one. It's called Impact, and it's like a post-apocalyptic type thing where a meteor's hit the Earth, and I'm not entirely sure if the meteor has caused people to turn into vampires or if it's just like released vampires that were already there, because I've only just started listening to it, but it seems good so far. Physical books, I've not really... The problem with reading physical books is if I'm holding a book, I'm not doing anything else. So I've not really had much chance to read physical books. I think that's about it. Yeah. The rest of the week. Oh, let's see. So I've got a house to go and look at today. I've got a house to go and look at tomorrow. In between that, I'm just trying to work and get some stuff done. Try and sort the house out a little bit. Yeah. And just carrying on and carrying on. I've been working on my website a bit. Trying to list some more stuff on there. I'm looking at putting together some mini courses. So I've been doing a lot of research into the best way to go around that. And I'll have them on my website as well. I've been reformatting and writing up some patterns, getting ready to put them on my website. And that's about it really. It's website stuff. I reopened my Etsy shop, but I'm not actually going to be doing anything with it. But I thought if the stuff's there, it's already listed, I might as well just opening the shop and having the stuff on there. But I'm not going to be actively doing anything with it. This week I want to get some sewing done as well, because that was the plan for last week. I want to get some project bags made. And then I never got around to it because I was ill. But this week I want to get it done. So yeah, I've got lots and lots of things that I want to get done. I need to show you this as well. I need to rip this down and reuse the yarn for something. I made this lovely top. It looks alright there actually, but my son decided to put it in the dryer. So look, it's got pulls in it. The bottom bit is ribbed, and look, can you see that there? That is because of this. And I've tried sort of feeding it back through and it's not going back through. He's just absolutely ruined it. So I'm just going to rip it down and reuse. There's another hole in it somewhere. Yeah, over here there's a little hole. He's just absolutely ruined it. Oh, see, there's another hole there where he's just like chucked it out, another pool there. He's just chucked it in with all the rest of the stuff, and yeah, ruined it. It's not something I wore an awful lot anyway, because it ended up being a little bit big for me. I always do that when I'm making clothes. I always overestimate how big I am, because I used to be bigger than this, and I measure myself and then I never believe my measurements, which makes no sense, and I always end up making things just a little bit too big, and this was one of those things. So I'm annoyed, because that's a lot of work goes into knitting a top, especially in my size, but at the same time it could be worse, because at least I'll be able to reuse the yarn and I'll be able to make it into something that I'll probably wear a little bit more, hopefully. But he got a bit of a lecture this morning about not putting my hand knits into the washing machine and then into the dryer. As much as I appreciate him doing things, he can't just be throwing my stuff in the dryer and ruining it. Right, that's everything. I've waffled on for half an hour. I'll be back on Sunday with another Stitch Library. Hopefully with some progress on some of the things that I've made. Stitch Library at the minute, I think I had 4 things. I got 3 whips and a finish yesterday. So yeah, 2 of the whips. What were my whips actually? I think I started 2 garments this week. I can't remember what the other one was. It was only yesterday, and this is stuff I'm actively working on and I can't remember. Right, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you on Sunday. Have a lovely week. I'll see you later. Bye bye.